friends, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you my bullet journal setup in a Hobonichi Weeks Mega. So this is the current cover I have. It is by hand stitched leather tee and it has a magnetic clasp. And so this is what I'm using to house my 2020 Weeks Mega. And if you're not familiar with the Weeks setup, I'm just going to kind of show you real fast what it currently looks like. So this is my annual overview. I actually made these stickers myself. This is the first time I've tried making my own stickers, and so these will eventually be for sale, but these are the calendar annual covers that I made. So here is the 2020 calendar. This was some other Japanese information that I covered up. This was the 2019 calendar, and since I didn't need a 2019 calendar for reference, I also covered it up. And then this is 2021. And after that, you have a more in-depth annual overview. I decided I wanted to try to use it like a future log of sorts. So this is what my future log looks like in my B6 bullet journal. And I tried to kind of mimic that as close as I could in the week setup. It's just so much smaller that it was really hard to fit all the information I wanted in there. So I think probably if I use this again or continue to use this, I'd probably use this actually more as a tracker of sorts, maybe habit tracking or one or two specific things rather than trying to make it a future log. And then I would go in the back pages here and just do a future log myself just so I could have more room. My writing really is not meant to be this small, but I basically included birthdays, work holidays, other miscellaneous holidays, and then up here is where I have bills or important things to do, so like my auto insurance coming up, schedule a dentist appointment, so all of that stuff is going to go up there. And so this is sort of my annual overview. Then it goes into the monthly overviews, the monthly calendars. I didn't use this in December, I didn't have it in December, so I left this blank for now. And then this is what I filled out for January, and then I will also be decorating, but I will get to that later. And so again, I kind of try to mimic what I did in my other bullet journal, but I still think that this is just gonna be too small. So I'm thinking that for February, which I haven't filled in, I'm thinking for February I might make this into more of a gratitude log as opposed to trying to actually write in all of my events, just because this is so small and cramped and I don't naturally write this small. So I think a gratitude log would work. And especially because I don't actually use this as I go. I don't actually write in information in here until the month is already over. I don't think it really matters what I utilize this page for. So we'll see, but for February I'm thinking I might do a gratitude log, maybe doodle, something different than just all of the events. Maybe monthly highlights, something like that. So eventually we will see in a couple days once February's over. And then here's kind of a little flip through. I'm going to show you what I've done so far in the weekly spreads. So this is what the weekly spreads look like, but again, I didn't have this in December, so I left all of these blank for now. These actually might be test pages, especially if I want to get into making stickers. So I'm leaving these blank for now. And so this was my first kind of attempt at a weekly spread, and I was kind of testing out what I needed, how much I could fit in here, how small my writing needed to be. And so this is kind of a flip through. Then I tried, so at first I didn't have anything here. Then I tried having a smaller column, writing in events, writing in notes. Still kept with the smaller column for a while. And then finally I thought maybe let me try widening this note column. And so that's essentially what I've stuck to for the past couple of weeks. I've been running this one along with my B6 just to see which one actually seems to fit my needs best, and then eventually probably just use one instead of two, instead of writing it everywhere. And so yeah, so that brings us to this current week. I use the little bookmark, ribbon bookmark that it comes with. And the other thing that's changed over the past couple weeks is that I've started to add in sort of like over here some to-dos into, this was sort of like my notes section, and now I'm kind of adding in some to-dos as opposed to just events or just things that happened. Testing it out, essentially trying to see, can I fit everything I need into this weekly spread? And I say that because then back here, like I said, I'm using it like a bullet journal. I have dailies. And so as you can kind of see, let me show you the equivalent week. So this is what the weekly looked like. And then, you know, I have all my events essentially in this side. I have my notes and then my to-do list. And then here I actually went more in depth. So here I had important things to do, important events. And here I added a few other notes all in one section. And just kind of flipping back and forth, you can see I did a little bit of journaling. Like here I just said, hey, this arrived. Here I talked about it. And so I have kind of, I'm writing things multiple times and I don't really know how I feel about it. It's not very efficient. And so I'm just trying to see, can I get somehow all of this information into here and then maybe just have journaling or notes and extra things back here, not the same things everywhere. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. But I just wanted to show you some other collections I had. So the reason I chose the Mega was because all of this is just blank grid pages. And I felt like I probably wouldn't go through all of those, although now I'm looking at it, this is like 2 months worth. I actually might make it through all of these pages if I go with dailies. So we'll see. You know, I am just trying to find planner peace. Isn't that everyone's goal? But here I have my index, which is, you know, a typical bullet journal index. I have a couple of trackers that I also have in my B6 bullet journal if you've watched that video. And then I have some blank pages that I need to fill out. Order tracker. And then so this is what my January monthly spread looked like. I tried to fit everything on one. It got kind of cramped. So when it came to February, I actually spaced out the calendar more. So here you can tell it's just this about 2/3 of the page maybe. And then here it's essentially the whole page. I actually forgot to do a tasks and goals section, but what I plan it to look like is like this. This is what I plan to look like. This is an old weeks that I tested out. Again, using it for maybe stickers and things like that. And I did a test spread. I tried a February test spread like this. I didn't like the way it looked, so I went with this version instead. I made this page. This is ideally what the next page of my monthly would look like, but I made it here, not realizing that it was in this book and not this one. And so then when I got started on all my dailies and stuff, I just totally skipped it and I went right into my dailies. So at the end, instead, I'm gonna have my recap, and then when I set up March, I'll show you guys a setup for March, and I will have actually this setup instead. So that is to come. But basically I'm just playing around in the weeks. It's really versatile and there's a lot of different things that you can do with it. Every week, as you can kind of see, can look a little different. I am a creature of habit, so that's why these past couple of weeks you've seen just the same essential setup. But I do plan to play with it a little bit more, see if maybe I can somehow consolidate some of these, leave room for more random notes down here, can I fit some of these tasks in here and not have them written multiple times, you know, back here. So that's what I'm doing for now, just testing it out. The main reason I looked into getting a Weeks and using it as a bullet journal as opposed to just my Stalogy, which I have overall been liking, is the fact that it has a pre-printed calendar. And so that's the biggest appeal to me. I like having this pre-printed just for convenience sake, and so that's why I'm giving it a shot. And then also I just love this size. It's I guess it's not that different, but this is it stacked on top. I don't know, it's just such a convenient little size. This is something I would love to just like take with me out and about on errands, throw it in my bag. It's really just a nice size notebook. Right now I'm still playing around. I'm realizing I do like the freedom of the bullet journal. I like having a lot of pages that I feel like I can just sort of write whatever I need to write and have it all in one section. And so that's why I'm going back and forth on what I actually want my planning system to be. But when it comes down to it, either way, I'm getting things done. And so I'm having everything that I need in both of these books, these bullet journals. And really it's actually coming down to what's my preference for now. Or it might even come down to, this is something I take to work, this is something I use traveling, and this is something that I keep more as like a reference that I use at home. So we'll see. I just wanted to share with you guys some ideas and tips that you could use maybe if you were thinking about having a bullet journal in the Hobonichi Weeks, and some different ways you could look into setting that up, different ways you could set up your index, your back pages, your dailies, all of that good stuff. So that is all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions about anything that I went over. But that's it for now, guys. Bye.